After weeks of acute violence in Kabul, the Taliban in Afghanistan are making public statements and carrying out incidents that can further hurt the peace process. The hardline insurgent group recently attacked a woman for getting a job in Afghan police force. While the intra-Afghan talks in Doha are expected to bring a balance between the Afghan government and the Taliban, this incident brings to light the deteriorating civilian security system in Afghanistan. We bring you the details. The last thing 33-year-old Khatera saw were the three men on a motorcycle who attacked her just after she left her job at a police station in Afghanistan's central Ghazni province, shooting at her and stabbing her with a knife in the eyes. For Khatera, the attack caused not just the loss of her sight, but the loss of a dream of having an independent career, which she had to battle to achieve. She joined the Ghazni police as an officer in its crime branch a few months ago. The attack on Khatera is indicative of a growing trend of an intense and often violent backlash against women taking jobs, especially in public roles. In Khatera's case, being a police officer could have also angered the Taliban. The rights activists believe a mix of Afghanistan's conservative social norms and an emboldened Taliban gaining influence, while the United States withdraw its troops from the country, is driving the escalation.
They cannot go out alone. They have to be accompanied by a close relative. They do not even have a right to education. They can't go to schools. They can't go to colleges. They can't go to universities. They cannot play games. They cannot drive a car. Almost every aspect of a woman's life is curbed. I don't see a worse situation for women as in Afghanistan if Taliban comes to power. If Taliban does not change its way and is more modernized today.
The attack also raises concern over depleting civilian security in the country. More than 90 Afghans, including civilians, security personnel and insurgents, were killed in just 24 hours in Afghanistan as fighting intensified in the insurgency-battered country. In the latest violent incident, the Taliban insurgents stormed security checkpoints in Khanabad district of the northern Kunduz province, killing 7 soldiers. In retaliation, a total of 31 insurgents have been killed in Angandab and Panchwai districts of the restive Kandahar province, the former stronghold of Taliban. Afghan government's retaliation against Taliban has baffled the hardline group whose leaders are publicly making announcements about reinstating Taliban rule in Afghanistan. In a recent statement, Hamid ul Haq, son of a former cleric considered as the spiritual leader of the Taliban, asked the Afghan government to surrender to the Taliban and let the group to establish Islamic government in the country. The Ministry of Hajj and Religious Affairs in Afghanistan said that Hamid ul Haq's statements have roots in the Pakistan's intelligence agencies and that it clearly indicates Pakistan's support to terrorism.
Suta security workplace zaka muntaziyat khatara da Afghanistan da tarafada da Hindustan da tarafada zaka mung dalta Pakistan ke jihad nu malu او د جهاد والو طالبانو په افغانستان کې حمایت کوو چې هغه په حق دي او امریکا هغه ته سرندر شو او د سخت ورسره په قطر کې وکړو نو زموږ استاد امتحانات کې بنور اضافه کی.
Meanwhile, Afghanistan's intelligence agency claimed to have killed a senior regional Al-Qaeda member in southwestern Afghanistan, accusing the insurgent Taliban of harboring him, even as the Taliban had agreed to cut ties with international terrorist groups, including Al-Qaeda, under the peace deal with the United States signed in February. Afghanistan's National Directorate of Security revealed in an official statement that they had killed Mohammad Hanif, a key Al-Qaeda leader in Afghanistan's Farah province, where he was given a safe haven and protection by the Taliban. According to a senior Afghani journalist, Hanif was a Pakistani who used to train Taliban fighters in Helmand.
In purely military terms, Al Qaeda has 500 to 600 maybe fighters, whereas Taliban has between 55,000 and 85,000 fighters. So there is no question of Bin Laden's, let's say, the Taliban gaining by one hell of a lot because Al Qaeda will be with them. That is not the case. But if they break with Al Qaeda, then all the smaller groups in Afghanistan which follow Taliban, they would also perhaps break away from Taliban as such. So it is not so simple a game as that you sign an agreement and they'll be able to go by it.
Washington has been trying to end more than 19 years of war since the United States invaded Afghanistan to topple the Taliban rulers who had harbored Al-Qaeda terrorists after they attacked the United States on September 11, 2001. Currently, Afghan government negotiators are holding talks with the Taliban in Doha in attempts to end decades of conflicts, but calls by the government and international community for a ceasefire or reduction in violence have so far been rejected by the Taliban.